So we'll see what happens. Neil from Melbourne, Australia, worldwide, writes in. Hey, team, generous future billionaires. Wow, that's a good one, too. People bringing the GFB game posthumously. This one is from August 9th, 2015. Just mainlined every one of your episodes of your podcast and hearing about in Giant Bomb Big Live show. Now I'm up to date. Congrats to you and Wisdom on your fine work and awesome appearance from Lego Butts 2. My question for you is this. You're abundantly aware of the Venn diagram of Giant Bomb listeners and Team GFB CCGs, but I don't think I've heard you talk about when you guys met. Did you know the Duders during their GameSpot years, or did you meet when Iron Galaxy hit big? Thanks, keep up the good work. Neil from Melbourne, Australia, worldwide. I'm not sure I ever talked about this on this podcast. So I met Jeff and Ryan at the same time. The first time I met them at Midway had an event in Vegas. This had to be 2007, I think. Maybe it was 2008, early 2008 or late 2007. And it was this big press event they were doing for their kind of games that were coming out. And JV knew Jeff and Ryan already from something. I don't know how he knew them already. And I was a fan of Jeff and Ryan's from the GameSpot days, right? So to cast your mind back, this is when they were already out of they're out of GameSpot and they were doing Arrow Pointing Down was the podcast they were doing, right? So it was pre-Giant Bomb. Arrow Pointing Down was current. And I was a fan. I'd been a fan of those guys forever. And loved everything they did and just kind of like was devoted fan of theirs. And I saw JV talking to him at the bar. I'm like, holy shit, I can go and kind of work my way in there and start talking to him. And I did that, and whatever. I'm sure I sounded like an idiot or whatever because I was trying to play cool, but I'm sure I didn't. And that was that. And then nothing much happened after that. And then Adam started doing Beefy Media. No, Adam was at Capcom, and Adam got tight with them because he started doing a bunch of PR stuff and marketing all the, kind of XBLA games that Capcom was doing. The Age of Booty thing where they got drunk on rum at the old offices in Petaluma or wherever it was. And so Adam became tight with them, and Adam started regularly doing the podcast at like E3 and GDC and all this stuff. And so I'm still like super fan this whole time. I actually sent in I would answer when they would do the old question of the week videos. I would answer those sometimes, like the Where's My Skull one. The Google like Dave Lang Where's My Skull. You'll find my video where I'm talking about Vinyaki doesn't know where his skull is, can't find it. Maybe the Mamba's got it. And then Adam told me to tag along once to one of their GDC podcasts. It had to be 2010, GDC 2010. It must have been. And that's like my first time I was ever like on the podcast and like freaking out, losing my mind. We're in a hotel room at the Marriott and there's like 20 dudes in there and we're recording. And that's the first time I kind of struck up a friendship with any of, I talked to Jeff for the first time as like a normal human being. And from that point on, we're just at enough stuff and we're hanging out with, basically clinging on to Adam and JV's kind of relationship with them. And I got in there and got to know everyone on my own and kind of really got tight with Ryan and got to know Jeff. And then just from there, things kind of snowballed. And Iron Galaxy started to do, becoming more of a thing. And Jeff, and this is when JV went to Disney. And Adam, after Beefy Media, went to Sony, and they had to become corporate suits. And the Giant Bomb guys they still want those rogue elements in the industry that don't care what anyone thinks about them. And so I kind of was the only one left standing from that Midway crew that didn't have a boss that could do whatever he wanted. And so I just kind of had more opportunities to do podcasts and to hang out with them and do live streams and do this stuff. And I'm eternally grateful for their friendship. I miss Ryan a lot still. I wouldn't say I was super good friends with Ryan. I certainly wasn't. I couldn't tell you what his favorite color was, right? I don't know what grade school he went to. There's a lot of things but I had this bond with him that's kind of hard to explain. And I think it's testament to what a great person he was. And, I'm thankful I got to know him, and I'm thankful I'm friends with Jeff, and I consider Jeff a friend. And, I know Brad and Vinny and Drew and Reichert now. I got to know Reichert, that maniac from those guys and everyone. I know Austin now. I love Austin. And it's just like, like awesome people hang out with awesome people. And when you find a crew you grok, you just kind of hang on to it for dear life. So like I grok all those guys and, Jason and everybody. And like, there's not any single person in that crew I wouldn't take a bullet for. So love those guys and very honored to be part of that extended family. Patrick, how can I forget Patrick? He's in Chicago now. I probably forgot him because he's at Kotaku. Stay free, Patrick. Anyway, that's a long-winded answer to your question, Neil from Melbourne, Australia. But that's kind of how I got to know him and love those guys to death. So, yeah, good stuff. I think I'm going to call that a podcast. That was the thing.